Day 18. Well, we've had some sort of malfunction. Half my stuff didn't record yesterday. It stopped rather early in the day. I just, went back and checked. Because every day I got to check, like, which day it is. I'm like, what did I say yesterday? And I went back and I looked, and my most recent one was from part way in the day yesterday. So, like, the whole last of the day and everything just didn't record. I don't know if this is recording. It looks like it is, but the other ones did too. So yeah, we're missing half of yesterday. That sucks. Ooh, all right. Well, I slept in too late. It's like 6 o'clock now or something. Actually, now I don't know because my phone's confused. It says it's noon, so maybe things will update. I don't know. But things are going well right now. Day 17. Trying to have some coffee, and my phone's fucked up. Yeah, let's make some coffee, and we'll see if things sort itself out. Good morning. Well, hell, my phone doesn't work anymore. I'm still trying to record stuff, but nothing's happening. It's not taking pictures, and it's not recording. I don't know what to do. This is very frustrating. Well, shit. I can't figure it out. I keep turning my phone on and off, restart, and all that stuff, and nothing's recording. Why? You seem to be working. Okay, I've kind of figured it out. My phone thinks it's over a month ago. Today is like June, July, August 6th or 7th, I want to say. But my phone thinks it's June 30th. Don't know why. I've reset it and turned it on and off a bunch of times, but it still thinks it's, a month and a half ago. So I'm looking at my phone. I can't find my photos that, I'm just taking. No videos, no nothing. So I'm like, let me check back to June 30th since my phone thinks it. Scroll all the way back to June 30th. And yeah, what I'm recording now is popping up in June 30th. Some of my stuff from yesterday popped up on the 29th, I guess. But it's not in order or anything. And I don't know when it's going to fix itself. And this is going to be hard to figure out, man. I'm going to have to go through video by video and watch and guess when it happened, like I look the same every day. If I wore a different t-shirt every day, it might help. But at least the videos and stuff are in the phone somewhere. I just got to figure out chronological order because now it thinks it's a month and a half ago. Fucking yay. So I guess at least if things keep the way they're going, at least it picked June 30th. For the day instead of somewhere in July when I was already hiking, so that I'll have 2 different sets of hiking videos overlapping each other because that would be impossible to separate. So at least if it stays the way it is now, I know that in early August I need to jump back to late June and start, processing those. And then eventually I'm hoping I get signal and it fixes itself because not only does it think it's June 30th, but it thinks it's June 30th at 1 in the afternoon and it is probably like 7 a.m. on the August 7th. So I have no idea what time it is or what day it is. Yeah, who needs to know those kind of things? I'm in the woods, man. But, for chronological record keeping of this, it makes it a lot easier if everything's already in order. So I'm frustrated, but, what are you going to do? Let's carry on. I'm putting on wet socks right now. One of my most hated things I ever do, man. Wet socks and wet shoes. But I was reading in the comments, there's plenty of water crossings coming up where last time I was here, I would have taken off my shoes, but my shoes were probably dry. Now that they're wet, I'm just going to keep walking through water until eventually I get dry shoes, and then I'll start taking them off when I get to water. But what's the point when they're already soaked? Okay, so let's try this and see where this video goes. I just went into my phone and set the time and date for, I'm guessing, August 7th at somewhere around 8:30 in the morning. And look at the skies. They are not pretty, man. We are going to get wet today. Come on, Bob. Burn through this shit. So then I got to see where this video ends up. Does it end up in today or does it end up back in August 30th? Or, June 30th. Yeah. All right, let's check. Okay, groovy. That put the photo in the correct-ish spot, and I just only have half of yesterday and the beginning of today to fix. That's not too bad. And then maybe if my phone updates on a mountain somewhere and just figures stuff out and then just confuses everything again, I'll have another mess to deal with. But I am glad I am not trying to deal with this shit on trail, trying to edit and all that stuff. I appreciate you guys letting me finish my hike and then put the videos out. because it is hard to hike and make videos, man, even when everything's working well. So it's nice to just worry about the hiking because I kind of suck at that part right now, so I don't need things to distract me. It's like I'm at the last point. I could take down the tarp and the Tyvek, and then it's going to start raining, and then I'm going to put it right back up. Don't rain today, please. Please don't rain. Okay, and we're off, and it is not looking good. The temperature has definitely dropped. It is freaking cold. See how far we can make it before we have to shelter in place. Today has been a day of nothing but problems right off the bat. Okay, it's like, is this the trail? And it definitely is. I didn't realize I was so close. I knew it was close, but I didn't realize it was that close. Hopefully the day just gets better from here, huh? Man, I'm like a quarter mile in and it's already sprinkling. It just started. I do see it's lighter on the horizon. Hopefully that's a good sign. It's dark everywhere else. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sick of rain. Freaking sick of it. Cold rain at that. That's the worst kind. Keep your rain to yourselves. The clouds are trying to overshare, man. Oh, it is cold. Wonder what time it really is. I guessed 8:30, but I don't know. I don't know when I woke up. I can't tell by looking at the sun, because it's nowhere to be found. Oh, I see a little bit of blue sky out there. Oh, that brings me some hope. I'm hiking better today. Like, my legs feel better, my ankles feel better. I was really confused when I woke up this morning and checked the time. And I was like, did I just sleep 18 hours? No. I haven't done that without a major bender the few nights before. But the body seems to be working well, even if the phone isn't. Stop sprinkling on me. I really need some sun. Yesterday was the first day that my batteries did not charge because, we didn't have much sun. So I pretty much wiped my supplemental batteries out. So I have the power that I have in my devices, and that is it until things change. Things will change. For the positive, of course. Sun will come out. I'll be all annoyed by its heat and intensity. And then it'll rain tonight. Did a bear do that? Oh, something did that. I expect the bear to do it higher. That was a really short bear. Just a little stream, but the rock hopping isn't really available. Now I'm going to take off my shoes, but everything's still wet, so embrace the suck. You are very chilly today. Oh, that sucked. Yeah, it still sucks. It'll stop sucking in a bit. It just sends chills up my spine. Well, that was cold before. Yeah. That was refreshing, we'll call it. Now my feet aren't cooperating. They're like, why'd you just do that to us? You put us in cold wet socks and shoes earlier, and now we're fucking stream. Sorry, feet. I really appreciate what you guys do for me, though. Okay, we got a steady sprinkle going on. If it increases much more, I'm gonna hide. At least I'm not in the super overgrown section. So there's that. Stop sprinkling. No more rain. Well, it's a little lighter out than it was, but it's still cold enough to like barely see my breath. Hard to tell if the temperature's still dropping or did it stabilize. But the sky being lighter is definitely a great sign. Oh, this tree is good at keeping things dry. Look, dirt. I haven't seen dirt in a while. It's all been mud. I actually don't know the last time I saw dirt. Now I'm thinking about it. Well, dry dirt. Ah, the advantage of wet shoes. Yep, because no rock hopping here either. Nope. This one doesn't feel as cold, or maybe I'm just used to it. That way or that way? Oh, they cleaned the forest up a bit. Look at that. There's a bunch of those stacks around. I assume they're going to burn them, just by the way they're stacked. Yeah, that's probably a winter thing. We got a cabin over here. Looks like a privy too. What? I just slept on their porch. I better check the map, make sure I'm going the right way. Okay, I believe I might have been going the wrong way. Ooh, the Pentagon campsites. All right, let's see if we can figure out where we're supposed to be. Oh, these are the Pentagon campsites. Oh, looks like I found a new jacket. Yeah, guys, we gotta check the pockets and stuff because that's how I am. No drugs or money. Whatever. This is where they stable their horses to fuck up the good campsites. Voices. Oh, they're gone. Oh, you can kind of see them. I just met a couple Aussies. Let's see, her name was Ratatouille and his was Wombat. So I told him some facts about wombats that he did not know. I know facts about everything. But they're true Sobos, which I wasn't guessing because it's kind of late in the season. So, told them just stuff to know. A lot of stuff to know on this trail. I could sit there for hours and tell you stuff, but, gave them the pertinent information. Which routes to take through which place to make it all the better. Oh. And I told him to check in on Colton for me. He said, hey, if you see a group of like 15 adolescents, there'll be one that just looks ragged. Go check on him. Tell him TheNightCrawler says hi. Okay. Better check the map, make sure I'm going the right way. And no, I'm not going the right way. Let's check the other ford. Good thing I went a very short distance and uphill. Okay, where was that fork? The two trails probably reconnect, but I didn't want to take my chances. I have no time to get lost. Barely make any miles as it is. You and your slow-ass weak legs. And those Aussies were kind enough to give me the time and date. Turns out I have the right date but the wrong time. It's about an hour earlier than I thought it was. I just guessed. You know, I have no reference. So when I guessed it was like 8:30, it was about 7:30. But I'm not going to go in and change my time because then it'll mess up the order of my pictures. So I'll probably wait and do it in the morning since I haven't taken pictures all night. You know. I feel like I'm going the wrong way. I've had to check the map twice. I feel like I turned around at some point. I feel like that mountain was on my left and now it's on my right. But according to the map, I'm still going the same direction, so that must be a different mountain than I think it is. But my senses tell me I'm going the wrong way. I feel like I'm headed south, but I don't have a sun for directions. The sprinkles have increased to drizzles. I think it's time to find a place to hide. But it's so overgrown here, that's not really going to happen. I just, don't want my electronics to get wet. I got my solar panels sitting on top, batteries attached. Yeah, I might stop real soon and put plastic on everything. Oh, hey, you're edible. Oh, mushy. Mushy. Okay, either find a good tree to hide under or put plastic on. Who did that? I don't think it was a bear. That's not spaced very far apart. I think they made it to look like a bear. Okay. No trees to hide under. Time to change my clothes. Okay, we're all plasticed up. There we go. It's going to be a little warmer. But at least my electronics aren't getting wet. Yeah, and I made sure to warn those Aussies. I was like, hey, the last 4 or 5 miles of this trail, you're going to get soaked. I was like, because it was barely sprinkling then, but I was like, if we get just a good sprinkle, you're going to be soaked from shoulders down. It's always nice to know that stuff before you get into it. Told them about the trip hazards too. I was like, I fell down twice. It's probably why my phone forgot what day it was. I gave it a concussion. Knocked the past like 6 weeks out of it. Let's see what this one's like. Yep, no stones to cross. Oh, just a little one. I probably should stop and get water here, but I haven't really been drinking, so I still have a full liter on my chest. Ah, refreshing. But here is a nice place to take a break, and so I shall. Missed out on my safety meeting this morning. Still got a bit left. I'm definitely going to run out before I get the looking glass. But I have a half ounce waiting for me there, so there's that. Yeah, it's nice to be out of the rain for a moment, even though it's just sprinkles. There's just a lot of them, and my pants could not be more soaked. Could not. From the hips down, yeah, I'm as saturated as can be. Just going to sit on this dirt pile because it's dry. Not a horrible day, but just, off to a rough start. The camera not working, rain, not knowing what time it is. Yeah, but everything else is going to move in a positive direction from here on out. Yeah. We will will it to be. So it looks like we have 3 miles of straight uphill. But then after that, the next 12 miles are pretty much downhill. And there's water at the top. So that's pretty convenient. So I'm not going to fill up with water here. I'm going to carry the most of the liter I have that I've had all morning. Carry it 3 miles up this hill and drink it along the way. And then fill up at the top. And then if everything works out, no severe rain delays or, wounds or anything stupid like that, we might be out of the spotted bear alt today. I might be back on the CDT, just barely. It's still like 15 miles away, so, I think we can do it. But, let's see what the weather says. It has not stopped sprinkling, but at least it's still a sprinkle. But everything's wet, man. Everything. Well, I guess, not my important stuff in the pack, but all my important stuff out of the pack. I need sunshine to power my devices. And I could survive another day, maybe even 2 without. But, I just have to limit what I film and stuff like that, just to be paranoid. If it was just overcast and I could have the solar panels out, they'd at least be getting a little something right now. It is light out. I can tell which direction the sun is more or less by even on an overcast day if I hold them out in front of me and move them around, and then when my batteries start blinking, that's where the sun is. I was doing that yesterday. I couldn't even see the sun. I was taking a break and I had it off. I don't always take it off on breaks, though. If I need to get into the pack, I take it off because it's in the way. And then I might as well set it over somewhere and let it collect some light. But like right now, I'm not bothered with none of that. And I got to keep my Velcro dry. That stuff becomes non-stick once it's wet, which is really weird. At least it becomes re-sticky once it dries, but, who invented that glue? What was its use? A beacon of hope. I can see you kind of, sort of. And it is almost done. I mean, liquid is technically still falling out of the sky, but I don't even know if you can call it sprinkles. It's pre-sprinkle or post-sprinkle at this point. I am still just soaked, man, and I'm going to be eating plants. That's the trail. I know you can see it like right there, and then it just disappears because it's overgrown. At least I think that's the trail. Yeah. All right, let's climb this thing. Do some stretches over here on this log, and then slug that thing up a hill. We got you. We got you. Man, I'm starting to do some damage to this. No, this is your last run, buddy. In a bold move and a desperate bid for power, I have taken off all of my plastic. I'm hoping that most of the overgrowth is just knee-high or so. Water's not falling from the sky, though, so that's groovy. Maybe someday the sun will shine. I can see you trying, Bob. But all I see is gray skies, but there's a mountain in my way, so I can only see so far. All right, 3 miles uphill. Then a cruisy day following different bodies of water downhill. Streams, rivers, I don't know, they're blue lines on the map. But they actually show up as blue lines. Most water doesn't. And by the looks of it, we're walking with it. After this 3 miles of uphill. Just ran into a dude headed Sobo, but he's just wandering. He was on the Pacific Northwest Trail, and now he's on this. He's like, I'm just out for 8 months, just wandering. His name's Retro. But he just came from Glacier. And he had 2 grizzly experiences. I'm like, that sucks. He's like, oh yeah, there's footprints and scat everywhere. And he's like, I had 2 encounters with him at like 30 yards or so. And I'm like, that's closer than I ever know that I've been to a grizzly. And closer than I ever want to be. I prefer to keep them at 100 yards minimum, like a restraining order against grizzlies. Okay, still got like 3 miles of uphill. I stopped and talked for like 10 minutes. If that is part of the Chinese wall, I have not come very far. And that was yesterday morning. Man, I hope that's not it. It makes me feel bad about myself. I feel like I've gone far. I have gone way farther than that. Yeah, that's not it. That couldn't be more than what, like 6 or 8 miles away? No, definitely not it. That's something else. Imposter. And the up is not as extreme as I thought, but it will get extreme. I mean, it went straight up the side of this thing. Doesn't look like all that much, but I guess it just keeps going forever. This guy doesn't look any more promising. But at least it's not raining for now. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Whose Poop Is It? Now, this one is an interesting one. The ants love it. Other than that, there's not much to be told about it. I can't see it. I know it's a turd. There's an ant walking away with a piece of it. Nummy, nummy. But I can't tell what it is. Okay, tune in again later when we'll talk about another turd. I've gone so high up, my ears have popped. Is that normal? Does that normally happen on hikes? I mean, it happens in cars and stuff. I don't remember if that happens on hikes. It's like all of a sudden the sound started going away, and I was like, that's kind of weird. But I thought it was like a change in the atmospheric pressure or something. And then pop, and everything's back normal. I was like, oh yeah, ears pop. But I don't remember that happening on hikes before. Oh, we're getting up there. You can tell you're getting up there because there's broken mountain all over the place. That's a big cube. I don't even think I'm halfway up yet. Unfortunately, I've got dark clouds coming towards me again. This is what's headed towards me. I was really hoping like that was coming towards me. It's way lighter, but hey. Let's try to get up and over this thing before we get soaked. Still 3 miles to go. Well, hell, it's starting to sprinkle. And these trees just don't grow properly to hide under. If I get up real close and hug the tree, maybe. Go away, clouds. Yeah, I still got one really steep mile to go. It's a little lighter out here. Stop sprinkling again. Just enough to put all the water back in the plants. Retro had knocked the most of it out for me. But there's still a decent amount of water in them. It's been a very uphill. Oh, I'm damn near the height of the clouds. A couple hundred more feet. I'm starting to plane off a little bit. I think I'm near the top. Yeah, I'm ready for a break, but I wanted to wait till I got done with this uphill, just in case it's raining. I'll be going downhill in the rain. A tiny field of those little Lorax-looking plants. Oh, they remind me of something from Dr. Seuss. Or Cousin It. Those look like tasty buds. I tried smoking it once. Alright, it's getting darker. It's getting colder. We're definitely near the top. Uh-oh, sprinkles. Not sprinkles. Yeah, I'm getting into cloud range. This is the closest to downhill I've gotten to do in hours. Oh, it feels glorious. It's weird, all the baby trees are missing stuff in the center. They got stuff at the bottom, they got stuff at the top. That one's got scoliosis. So do you. Ooh. In about a mile is a tent site near some water. I'm gonna hang out there for just a little bit and see what happens. I haven't had a break in a while. This should be my last uphill right here. And then downhill after that. Maybe, just maybe we'll escape this storm. It'll scrape off all the water on this side of the hill, and I won't get as much on the other side. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, that's definitely a wall of water headed my way. Let's get up over the pass. The rabbits up here dig huge holes, man. It's gotta be scary when I walk around the snow. And look at the size of the pile of dirt they throw up. They're digging deep. But I guess you got to escape the frost line. How do bears always find a cave or something to hide in for the winter? They go the same one over and over. That's a sure sign that the snow just melted up here. Still a bunch of them up here. It's sprinkling really good. No! I don't want to put plastic back on. Well, back in plastic. Fucking rain. Oh man, cold and wet. Beautiful down here though. Except for that side that's all burnt up. But over here's nice. Came down pretty good for a little while. And then I felt the need to hide from. But it's past lunchtime, man. I'm hungry. I need to find a place to sit down that's either sheltered by some trees or somewhere where I can throw up my tarp. Need to get my core temperature back. I'm freezing. Damn, that boulder made it from all the way up there in one piece. Oh hey, something looks like a campsite. Sheltered. And there's water nearby because I do need the filter. I might still throw up my tarp just for warmth. Is there somewhere I could string it? From there to there? Yeah, there is. So it does not appear as though I'm getting out of this alternate today. I still have a good 10 miles before I'm out. I've only done 9 so far today. And I believe it's somewhere around 1:30. I don't know. I know I'm at least an hour ahead according to my clock, but I don't know exactly how much. I did get a time check from that one Australian dude, Wombat. Yeah. But I forgot to look at my phone to do calculations to see how. I was like, oh, that's about an hour off. It's just what I thought, but you know, I should have really looked. Next time I see a human, I'll ask him what time it is. Fuck, it's cold, man. My batteries are not charging. That sucks. I need some sunshine. So I believe I circle around this big bowl and then just follow the valley out for a while. Is that blue skies way out there? Sure looks like it. Unfortunately, the clouds are headed in that direction. Lame. And this is what I'm getting. So I guess I'm not following this valley out. Looks like we're going up and over and following the next valley. Lots of pretty colors on this hillside though. I don't know if it's warming up out here or if I'm warming up from climbing this hill. But I'm definitely in way less pain. It got really cold there for a while. My fingers still hurt, but they're not killing me anymore. What the hell is that? Oh, it's that cold. And not even the snow is all melted yet. Ooh. Lake hits you with chill effect. Minus 40 hit points. Oh. Red would go swimming in that. I don't even like being near it. Those clouds coming down. They're just sinking. Oh, they're gonna get me. And there's no foliage. Where do I hide? I see blue skies way out there every once in a while, just peeking through. Hoping a little bit of that comes my way. Nice little lake. You can hear the water dripping down the rocks over there. And I'm assuming that's mostly from snow melt. The trail is slop. I've been slipping and sliding all over the place. I haven't fallen down yet, but it feels almost inevitable. How many miles can you walk through slop without accidentally falling down? It's gonna happen. Ooh, see, we're almost right there. There's so much vegetation, it makes it hard to use your poles. Using them to the best of my ability, but you know, when you're socked in by plants. Different big ass rabbit holes. Oh great, now the trail's overgrown with spiky plants. Those things, they got thorns on their leaves and shit. Oh, hey Bob. Keep trying, buddy. You can do it. You know this big old flat spot right here was once a glacial lake. Back when there was a big glacier in here. You can tell by how dirty these limbs are that the snow was this deep not too long ago. That's about 3 feet hip height. This place gets a lot more than 3 feet. And that one's shoulder deep. I bet most of these trees disappear in the winter. Just the tips of some of them hanging out. So now we have a fork in the road. When I look at the map, it doesn't show me on the map. It shows me over there somewhere which way to go. I'm going to try this way first. Seems heavier trafficked. And hopefully my map updates proper. Maybe these two things lead together. Who knows? My map's just been updating very slowly and not very accurately. killer switchbacks to get down this thing. Really long ones. I thought there was something I was avoiding. I was like, why does this hook so far out before it comes back? They just wanted you to experience the whole side of this hill. Spectacular. Oh, I was way back there earlier. I feel like I've made some ground, but I'm looking at it like that. Probably at this point like 12 or 13 miles in, I'm guessing. I love their little squeaks. They generally only yell at me once. I like that about them too. On some of the other trails, even this trail I believe, there's little prairie dogs that just yell at you the whole time they can see you. Like the whole time. These guys run to their holes, and then they wait by their hole, and then when I get close they yell at me and they run inside. It's pretty cute. I don't know what they are. I'm just calling them ground squirrels. But they don't even really look squirrely. They look more like if a squirrel and a woodchuck had a baby or something. Cute rodents running around. They yell at me. Oh. Oh, hey there, buddy. Oh, I have a little bit of a shadow. Very, very meager, but shadow nonetheless. Thanks, Bob. And I should have enough juice in my batteries just from today to keep me going. As long as there's sun tomorrow, I'll be cool. If there's no sun tomorrow, we're going to have issues. All that water is coming from on the under the rock. Like if you look up at the rock, you don't see water flowing down it anywhere. But it is definitely coming down right there. That's pretty cool. I wonder how long that water was underground. How long does it take to travel from where it was snow to where I see it now? I'm getting tired, looking for a place to maybe sit down for a bit. That is the same water that went under the rocks. I've been following it for a while. I'm going to take a break here. It seems like a great spot. There's a good spot to sit right there where my feet can dangle, because it's nice to let your feet hang off the edge. My feet are always touching the ground. Sometimes it's nice to just have them floating, or at least not supporting my weight. And then we'll continue down. Well, we have not had a safety meeting in a while. I'm feeling rather unsafe. I could fall down at any moment. Not yet. Going to take a risk at offending the gods and go without plastic. I took it off of my backpack as soon as it stopped sprinkling, just so that hopefully it could get any meager sunlight that happened to come along. But for me, man, it was way too cold. I needed that extra layer. Now that I'm heading down, it's getting more tolerable, and the water is not falling from the sky. It just really changes everything, man. Especially when it's day after day like this. At least it's not all day, every day. There are caveats. It does generally give me time to find places to hide. Generally waits till the end of the day. You know, it's not horrible, but man, I would really love some sunshine maybe for the solid next 2 weeks. Assuming it'll take me less than 2 weeks to finish, but I don't know. I'm slow as fuck. Look, 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 look. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? There's sunlight all over the place. Just not on me. Some over here. Ah, damn, I scared it away. Oh, no, it's back now that I'm gone. Well, what the hell? Where's mine? I want some. I got a little bit. My legs have shadows. Nice. Still cloudy as all get out, but they're moving pretty quick. At least they're moving. Nice. Because, you know, if this keeps up and the sun actually comes out, I don't have any wet gear. I had everything packed up before it started raining. I mean, my tarp has a little bit of moisture on it from yesterday's sprinkle. Weird enough, it didn't evaporate overnight. I guess because I was so close to that waterway that the air was saturated with moisture, that nothing evaporates. Oh, at least it's trying. Okay, that's positive direction. Blue skies. There's still some big puffy clouds around, but still blue skies. Such good signs. Sunlight on the ground. I neglected to eat lunch today. I was cold and wet and didn't feel like digging around in my pack. Yeah, because I got to pull everything out. Well, not everything, but a lot of things to get to my food. My food is pretty low. Don't slip. See, I've just gone on snacks today. Not even a lot of them, just my morning snacks. Because when I'm eating lunch, I pull out my afternoon snacks. And I did not do that because I did not eat lunch. So hopefully I'm hungry enough to put down a north side. I am kind of north-sided out. You know, over the past decade, I've eaten a couple thousand of them, I have to assume. I could really go for some Panda Express right now. I go to my local Panda Express so often that they know me. They know what I'm going to order. And they quite often give me employee discounts, which is 20%. I don't ask. I'm just friendly. And repetitious, you know, that really helps. I could go for some Panda Express right now. But a north side is going to have to work. Better than having nothing, huh? Sure beats eating dirt and leaves. It's been nice downhill since I got rained on last. Been pretty steady, slight uphill here and there, but the vast majority is downhill and not too fast, not too steep. And the horse turds are getting fresher, so I'm gaining on those horses. Some of them have been really fresh looking, where I'd think they were today, but they were probably yesterday. They just got rained on to make them look real fresh. Keep coming around the corner hoping to see some cowboys with a campfire going on so I can go over and warm my fingers. Not so much anymore, but you know, like an hour or 3 ago. Oh yeah. Oh geez, you'd never really know by looking around what a shit day it was. Ground is firm down here. It's not overgrown, but the leaves are all dry. blue in the sky. You never know how horrible it was. It did suck. It's not often I'm walking around in the sunlight with my hands all around my throat trying to warm my fingers up. That's generally a pre-dawn thing. But not today. Guess I should figure out where next water is and camping and all that stuff. Sun is gonna go down eventually. Not quite sure where it's at, but you know, I got a couple hours, even though I don't actually know what really a time it is. I have a good guesstimate though. I believe it is right around like 4:45. Which is, you know, kind of around my quitting time, more or less. I haven't really checked where the water sources were or anything. I just kind of glanced at the map. I was like, there's water all over the place, man. But, you know, for sleeping, I need to fine tune, figure out where some water is near where I'm sleeping so I don't have to carry it too far. Yep, did not make it out of the spotted bear today. Definitely tomorrow, definitely. Well, weather permitting. Okay, and a little over 2 miles is one of those little cabins, the guard shack kind of things. It also says it has a river right next to it to lull you to sleep, it says. So I'm going to check that out. I'll be camping around there somewhere. I got 2 miles in me, both show, maybe even more. Well, my shoes are getting kind of dry. Maybe I want to stop walking in the water unless it's big water. I'm not taking my shoes off to cross. If I can't get across dry, I'll just walk through wet. That's odd. Why is there barbed wire in this tree? Oh, that's hammered in there. Well, there and there. At least it's not wrapped all the way around, but it probably grows in. I wonder why there was barbed wire here. Ooh. Keep them pesky hikers out. Look how manicured the trail is right now. Why am I feeling sprinkles? Fuck you. Really? Look how fast it's moving too. Zoom. And it's sprinkling. It's gonna take away my blue skies, man. Better just be one fat cloud passing through. Okay, that cloud didn't last too long. Look at us walking through this sunshine. Feeling it on the back of my neck. It's actually pretty nice hiking right now. The shrubberies are doing a heck of a job of cleaning off the outside of my pants, but the inside of the legs are still caked with mud. But everything else is, yeah, it's come off quite nice. Just the inside, it's a little wrecked. Maybe if I have the urge and the will, I will unzip the bottom thing off the little pant leg. Go wash those. Because they'll still be wet by morning. But with how today was, there's a good chance it'll rain overnight. at least be very wet since I'm going to be sleeping near a river. They use the word river, but they probably mean stream. We will find out. See, yet again, I'm here. There's a fork in the road, but my dot shows me off trail. So I'm guessing this one could have been following the hoof prints the whole day. Ooh, I got sloppy right there. Line right there. So I'm just going to keep following the horse prints, and then I'll check the map to make sure I'm somewhere near the yellow line. This would be an interesting campsite. Okay, time to check the map. We got ourselves a lake over here, a bigger one. There's a good clear water flowing down into it. That water is clear. I can see way into there despite the ripples. I thought it'd be more swampy. That's kind of the appearance that I got from all the shrubberies in it. But now that's some good water right there. Clarity. Ooh. Getting tired. This uphill's. Ugh. Felt it. So if I make it to the guard station, oh, it's a beaver dam. Check that out. That's a really good beaver dam. Oh, that'll be a better view over here. But if I make it to the guard station, that only means 16 miles today. That's a really good beaver dam. You did a great job, beavers. Another reason everything's flooded. All right. Impressive, my friend. Maybe look at it. There's a good 3 or 4 foot drop from that top water to this bottom water. Holding all that back with sticks. I couldn't do that. Especially if I had to do it with my mouth, which is how they do it. Impressive animals. There's another one up there. Yeah, I'd call that a river. I'm assuming this is the one I'm sleeping next to. You could definitely kayak down that thing. I gotta be within a half mile of the cabin. I'm hoping that's not where all the horse prints are going. Oh, I guess we got a little water crossing. Yeah. No way to get across that dry. Well, this is how we wash our pants. Pretty nice of them to build a staircase for the horses. I'm assuming they were causing some horrible erosion. Oh, that's damn cold. Ooh. Ooh. That wakes you up right there. That's really good for my feet, though. Yeah, the shock of it is gone. It's good now. Well, it's deep right there. Let's walk over this way. Look at how that's flowing. Don't want nothing to do with that. We're going over here in the kiddie pool. Should be right up here, man, like 0.1, 0.2 away. Should probably grab water while I'm here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go check out the scene first. Yep, they're all here. A 14-year-old just pointed a gun at me. I saw him. He pulled his gun out and he was facing the other way. And I was like, hey, good afternoon, man. He turned around and pointed. I said, no, put that shit down. And he was like, my bad. I'm sorry. But yeah, this place is filled. I'm going to keep walking. Yeah, real nice folk. I sat there, chatted with them for a while. And they invited me to stay. Not sure where I'm going. What's up, guys? I'll camp near them, but there's no trees there to hammock from. And there's a lot of them. I've never heard Pennsylvania Dutch spoken before. This is where I'm supposed to come in at. The little girls were talking, and I was like, what language are you speaking? I thought maybe it was Hebrew. That's kind of what it sounded like to me. And they're like, no, Pennsylvania Dutch. Tiny little girls, know two languages fluently. Huh, well, it doesn't look like I'm going to find a spot real near them. But I filtered water, so I can, as soon as I find a spot, I can throw down. I was looking around, I was like, man, you got a lot of stuff. He's like, yep, 17 horses to take this in. I was like, 17? I was like, man, I was guessing I was following 8. He's like, actually, you were. The other ones came from the other direction. Us 8 came from that direction. So I sounded like I knew what I was talking about, like I was some sort of tracker or something. But I was guessing how many horses were walking in front of me. And 8 was the number I landed on. I was just guessing. Seemed right. And I guess their poo was fresh. Because they just got here today. They were up on that rainy pass that I was up on earlier today. That's where they started their day. He's saying normally they come out here to hunt. This time it's just a pleasure cruise, look, family camping trip kind of thing. But I was like, man, I wish you could hunt those grizzlies. He's like, oh, me too. I was like, I just want you to put the fear of man into them, you know? I'm not saying wipe them all off the planet or anything, but I want them to be more like black bears. When they see us, they're like, oh, shit, and they run. I don't like that the apex predator is not afraid of me. Not me in particular, but me as man. I want it to smell me on the wind and go in the opposite direction. Should probably look at the map and see if it says anything about campsites. Not a whole lot of information, though. Not a lot of little bubbles on this map I can click. I'll find it when I find it. Oh, hey, maybe I will achieve my goal of getting out of here today. It's only a mile till I'm out. And I bet you at the junction there's campsites, huh? I'll have to check that out. Well, that sucks. All the comments are talking about it being in a burn zone and hard to camp, even for tents. Burn zones and hammocks don't go so well together. Oh, I will tie off on some dead trees, but they got to be big dead trees. I pulled up little dead trees right out of the ground. Well, keep our eyes peeled. Maybe I should have taken them up on their offer. Too late now. We don't backtrack. And there's just too many people. Real nice folks, though. It was real weird hearing him go from talking his other language to howdy, how y'all doing? Kind of, he had like a drawl going on. And he definitely started with howdy. I was like, I didn't expect an accent. He didn't have an accent when he was talking in the other language, as far as I could tell, at least. I wouldn't have guessed that he had a drawl. Oh, 2 snakes. Well, they disappear quick. that a third one? That is a third one. You guys were all just hanging out here. What kind of snake are you? Kind of hides in rocks. You know, I just didn't expect snakes out here. And to be in this cold, how the hell did they survive the winter? They just freeze solid and thaw out again next year. Yeah, it might be rough to find a hammock spot in here. Just might. And it looks like this goes on for a very long time. Further than I think I'm going to walk today. I might sleep on the ground. Well, I achieved my goal for the day. We are now back on the CDT. I had doubts. I did. Oh, good for us. I think that puts me at like 19 miles right now. Somewhere right in there. Maybe 18. I don't know. But we are getting stronger. We are. I can feel it. Now let's find somewhere to camp before this comes in. Not moving too terribly fast. We got a little time. Unless it comes up over this hill here as well. I don't think so though. That's just some clouds. I will tie up the dead trees. I love the way the wind whistles through the dead branches though. That's probably my favorite thing about burn areas. That and the pink flowers. I do like the pink flowers. Oh yeah. This area got ravaged, didn't it? All the way up the hillsides. And it looks like it's a good, like 6 or 8 years ago, at least, by the baby trees growing here. Yeah, this is gonna go well for me, is it? Now I'm going up on the side of a hill. You never find campsites on the side of a hill. You can see his tail, but that's all that's left of him. Here's another snake basking on the rock. Three snakes in one day? I went from 0 snakes in this entire state ever being seen to 3 in one day. And I put some miles on in this state. It's a pretty big state. We have a very important sign. Bridge out, stock use, alternate route. Which bridge? Oh, I guess they're going down here. Well, let's see this bridge out. Oh, this is the bridge that's out. All right, I expected something more. Not a whole lot of hammock options. Even though they're dead, I'm still looking for some that are spaced properly without crap in between them. Maybe. I see a storm's rolling through, and if I get squished, it is totally my fault. But if I found a good spot, I'd take it. If I find a bad spot, I'd take it. Just not a horrible spot. Come on, give me something. So, like, I can't tell where the sun's at. But if I put this thing out, I can tell you it's in this direction. So somewhere over there is enough sunshine to slowly trickle charge this battery. So I got one full bulb and blinking on another one, and this one got 2 bulbs and blinking on the third. That will definitely help me through the night. I found a campsite. It is a crap campsite. I'm tied off to a dead stump and a really big dead tree. Those are my options. I mean, look around, man. I'm probably going to wake up slightly moist because I'm on all this vegetation, and my stakes did not go into the ground very well. They went in way too easy. So I'm hoping it is not a powerfully windy storm for my stakes and the fact that I'm surrounded by dead trees. Any one of these can come down in the night and squish my ass. I do have a little buffer, that dead tree right there that's laying down, so that'll protect me from trees coming from that direction a little bit. Okay, winds are starting. I better finish setting up camp. I just have the tarp up. I haven't even started with the rest of the stuff. It's good to be home. Okay, dinner's cooked. I'm just letting it, soften. There's skeeters in here. Quite a few of them. Trying to land on my hand. Get away. My battery power is really low. I don't know why it went down. Get off my hand. Don't know why it went down so low today, but I lost 70-something% of battery today. Was I recording that much? Looking at the map that much, maybe? I don't know. But, yeah. My battery's almost dead, so I'm out. I'll see y'all in the morning. Good night. Hopefully tomorrow's a sunny day because we need some battery and some dry shoes.